At Josh Eisenberg 4, welcome back to Chair Shot Reality. Follow me at Josh Eisenberg 4 for absolutely awful tweets. But I'm going to actually be joined this time, split screen, not by Justin LeBar, who you usually see me, but by Juice Springsteen. Juice, how are you today?
I am fantastic. How are you?
I am absolutely wonderful. It is the road to WrestleMania, and I wanted to bring you on specifically because I wanted to tag out LeBar, tag you in, and speaking of tags, we have the Raw Tag Team Championship match that seems to be kind of set. As Braun Strowman cruised through the entire tag team division this past Monday on Raw, it looks like Braun Strowman will be facing the Bar. We are the Bar. Do you have your finger up? No?
No.
Put your finger up. No? Okay. I'm going to do it myself. But I want to ask you this question, Juice. The Bar versus Braun Strowman. Does Braun Strowman need a tag team partner?
I don't think he does. I think it would be interesting if they gave him maybe an Elias or someone else, if we're not thinking about anybody, if he's required to have a partner. But I don't think he's required to have a partner. Unfortunately, LeBar's managing Ellsworth in IWC, or else he'd have him to partner with. It would be perfect storytelling. But be that as it may, I think that it's a good idea. It's going to make him more of a superstar than he already is, and I don't think it's going to hurt anybody if he ends up winning the tag team championship. Do you? What do you think about that?
So my thought is this: if Braun Strowman doesn't have a tag team partner, doesn't it devalue what they've tried to do with Sheamus and Cesaro, multiple-time tag team champions on the Raw brand, two guys that are so naturally good together in the ring? If you have a guy who's 385 pounds beating a guy like Sheamus and Cesaro, how does that save Sheamus and Cesaro down the road from being a legitimate tag team?
Here's my thing. The problem with this whole storyline, well, in Cesaro and Sheamus' case, is they had no one else to beat. So they have beaten a lot of guys up to this point, and it's taken a monster among men, to get to this status. And I don't think that's why I don't think it'd be too big of a deal if they do lose to him, because he's such an unordinary character. Now, again, I don't think it'd be a long reign for Braun if he does win the titles, and maybe he'd lose them, right back at the next pay-per-view or what have you. But maybe in a multi-man tag, he would still just be a lone guy there. But I don't think he needs a partner. I don't think it would hurt anybody. Plus, he could say, "I am the tag team champions," and it actually proved true.
Well, I think the one thing that WWE can do in this at WrestleMania, as we've seen before, the tag team titles, aside from last year's surprise, it's kind of on the back burner for WWE. Whether it's Raw, whether it's SmackDown, the tag team titles aren't something that they really care about. So, in my perspective, I think Braun Strowman needs a partner. I would really do the odd Elias and Braun Strowman with the fact that, Kurt Angle says to Braun, you need a tag team partner. And what better guy than a guy that's pushed him to the limits, a guy that has, has been over like Rover, as LeBar would say, with Elias and Braun Strowman. Those are the two most over guys on Raw. I just think if you don't have Braun Strowman have a tag team partner, I'm not sure if the tag team division will be able to be okay, because Braun Strowman went in the Battle Royal eliminating everybody. He's going into WrestleMania, and what happens at WrestleMania? He eliminates the tag team. That's Braun versus the world, which sounds really cool, and I would be completely on board with that, but I just don't know if WWE should do that. Now, when I see WrestleMania, I see Braun Strowman with a tag team partner, again, like Elias. A guy like Elias that they're both extremely charismatic. They can be kind of the Team Hell No of 2018, because look at Daniel Bryan and Kane. Those guys pawned off each other so well. And what happened there, Juice? You saw Daniel Bryan catapult himself into the main event at WrestleMania 30. So if you're going to do anything with Braun Strowman, I think you do pair him with Elias. Now let me ask you this. With this match, and I tweeted this earlier, I'm not sure if you ever follow my tweets because you're usually tweeting Seinfeld or any other nonsense. The last couple of WrestleManias have had two matches under 8 minutes each. Do you think this is a short squash match, or do you think this could be actually something that shows Braun Strowman for a longer and more successful match?
There's two things I can come up with here. If he does go with a guy like Elias, see, you could build up to Braun not wanting a partner, not needing a partner, saying, I can beat him by myself, I don't need anybody, and being, obviously going to win, like you think he was going to win because he's by himself, and then Kurt Angle's like, well, you have to have a partner, and begrudgingly, he gets Elias as a partner. Elias is thrilled, but also terrified at the same time, and maybe you get Elias to have a cheap guitar shot to get the win, so it's not even like Braun was really needed, and that's where you create that dynamic. But no, the other point, what did you mention about Braun? that it elevates him?
About the match at WrestleMania.
Oh, under 8
When
minutes.
you think about the matches at WrestleMania, is it going to be a long match, or could you see this being a squash match, whether Braun has a tag team partner or not?
I can see this being literally just as a spot for that WrestleMania moment. Like this one guy somehow just squashes his tag team, and it's a big moment for Braun. And it's like a de facto, like we knew this was coming. I don't know why Braun never challenged for it before. I think it's just for a WrestleMania moment type thing. Again, I think that there's so many big matches on this card. The depth of the roster is so deep right now that I don't think it's a big hit if you take this spot and give it to a Braun for a one-night big one-guy title reign. I think you can lose it in another show and it not be a big deal, and Sheamus and Cesaro can go on their way.
All right, give me a hot take. Does Braun Strowman leave by himself at WrestleMania as the Raw Tag Team Champions?
Yep.
That's it? Just
yep. What do you think?
I think WWE should have a tag team partner with Braun Strowman. I would not be surprised if Braun Strowman walks out of New Orleans with both titles around his waist or his shoulders. Because quite frankly, I want to see Braun do the Braun, but I want to see Justin LeBar do the 2 titles in the Braun with both of his hands up in the air. Who doesn't want to see that?
And you want to be my latex salesman.
And you want to be my latex salesman. Chair Shot Reality is on the road to WrestleMania. Follow us all week long. Thank you so much for binging. Next week, more hot videos with your boy Juice and your boy Josh Eisenberg.